Hey, what if I told you that you're carrying around more than just that extra weight? You're carrying around a big fat bag of lies that is stopping you from achieving the goals that you've set for yourself. This video has been really hard for me to make. I have started and stopped and deleted footage a dozen times. And it's the reason why it's so hard is that lie in the back of my mind that was there, that was present when I was 260 pounds. Now I'm 170 pounds, been there for a decade, is still there. That voice in the back of my mind is still there. And that is the bad news, is that voice never goes away. But the good news is that you can put work in, you can do things, you can gain skills that can silence that voice, or at least make it to where it's just a dull murmur once in a while. And that is such a form of freedom that I will never give up. So on my journey from 260 pounds to where I'm at now, the biggest shift has not been the 90 pounds of weight loss, 100 pounds of weight loss. It has been the mental strength that I've gained over that, and also just the ability to recognize the lies that are whispered in the back of my mind. So the lies that I used to believe were things like, oh, you're weak, you'll always be this way, and you're not worth the effort. And they kept me trapped in just this cycle of continuing to try things and fail, try things and fail. And you know what it was is try to quick fixes, not try things that I probably knew in the deeper part of my mind that were the way that you were supposed to do things. So failure kind of became my identity. I just like say I got trapped in this cycle of trying things and failing, trying things and failing, trying things and failing. And so you start having this self-talk that says, I'm a failure. I am a failure, instead of I'm gaining knowledge, I'm gaining wisdom, I'm gaining skills that are going to help me get to the goals that I've set for myself. And like I say, that for me, those were not even lies being told, they were facts until I recognized them as lies. I was in real pain at the time, and no one really noticed it because you try to laugh at yourself, you try to make fun of your own self to stop others from starting that process. If you can do it, if you can start it yourself, it kind of makes that discomfort easier to bear, because we're our own worst critic. And so if I'm critical of myself, it doesn't matter what anybody else thinks, right? And that's a hard way to live. Food for me was like comfort, laziness was self-protection. And I didn't realize that strength started in my mind, not in my muscles. And so it was that battle, that thing that was took so long to get over. And I know that you're probably going through that as well. And so I just want to give you some encouragement that although the lies never go away in the back of your mind, it does get easier, and you recognize that those lies are lies a lot easier. And so something that I've realized recently, looking back over the course of my life, is that at the time I thought I was broken, but I wasn't. I was just buried under the weight of those lies. I was buried under just so much negativity about myself, and like negative self-talk and things like that. But the real me was still in there, just waiting to be dug out. And I'm not talking about this physical form. This is great. This is like the good benefit of it. But the mental aspect of like, I'm not this person who's a failure anymore, has been such a just again a freeing experience. And I hope that you can achieve that. I want to be with you and help you achieve that. And so that's why I'm kind of going through my story here. And I thought at the time, I kind of hated myself, but I've realized now that I didn't hate myself. I'm grateful for who I was. Well, now I am. Now I'm grateful for who I was and the struggles that I had with weight, because it's made me a more empathetic person. It's made me able to see where people are coming from regarding like food issues, regarding self-talk issues, and it makes me more aware of when people are struggling, when people are in pain, silently struggling and smiling through it. Sometimes I can see through that struggle, and I can see through that smile. So the closing message that I have here, this, like I said, this was just kind of a rant about who I was, how I got to here, but the things that I believed, those lies that I believed, how they shaped me at that time and how they've shaped me now. The encouragement that I want to give you is that it does get easier to recognize those lies. It gets easier to just have a conversation with yourself without telling yourself that you're a failure. And so I encourage you today to just take note, write down the things that you're telling yourself that are a lie. Hey, listen, again, this video is hard to make. I've restarted and just tried to refresh it a couple different times, but it's because those lies just still try to rear their ugly heads like that dumb monster that you cannot slay. But listen, again, though you cannot get rid of that lie in the back of your mind, maybe you can, I don't know. But though I can't get rid of that lie in the back of my mind, I've learned strategies and things to do to silence that thing down. Praise Jesus that has been a thing that I've been able to do. And I hope through these videos, you can find some insights and at least find a kindred spirit that you can take some encouragement and some hope from. Listen, if this has helped you at all, share it with somebody. Like it, subscribe to the channel, and put a comment down below about your just the lies that you believe. If you have anything that you've recognized as a lie, put it in the comments and we can have a conversation about it. But as always, be kind to yourself, go out, be a good person. Catch you in the next one.